What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Alright, so before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to a couple of more subscribers for showing love to the channel. Much respect to the brother Charles Jones for the $10 donation via the Cash App. He left a note saying, love the content, keep doing what the fuck you doing. Absolutely, I'm going to keep on doing what the fuck I'm doing. Salute to you, man, for showing love to the channel. Also want to give a shout out to Instinct Takes for the $5 donation via the Cash App. He says, I know you Braun haters and Skip are happy for this. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. And not going to apologize for it either. All year, this man is amazing what he's doing in year 20. Ever since year 17 has been a countdown. Year 17 Skip, year 18 Skip, year 19 Skip, year 20 Skip. This guy could play for 4 or 5 more years, Skip. I mean, this guy's the best. Look at these numbers, Skip. Well, how about a number for you? He's 0 for 10 from downtown in this series. 23% shooting from downtown in the playoffs. Leading the team in turnovers. 1 for his last 17 from downtown in the fourth quarter in the last few games he's played. But he's supposed to be mysteriously more clutch than we give him credit for. Get out of here. But anyway, in this particular video, I want to talk about Jamal Murray. I've been telling people about Jamal Murray, saying that he's the best player in the NBA not to be an all-star. And now I think it's undisputable. And I think if Denver does go on to the finals, I think next year Jamal Murray will finally be rewarded and be an all-star. Because it's been really ridiculous to me that he has never been an all-star. But that just goes to show you how, number one, under the radar Denver is as a franchise, and number two, how the media don't really give everybody the same coverage. Now, at the same time, Jamal Murray has been hurt in the last couple of years. So he's fell out of consciousness with a lot of people. But I remember watching this guy. And it's not just the bubble. I've watched him play basketball in the last few years, and I know that this guy, to me, is a shot taker and a shot maker. And he's a four-quarter performer. I'm not saying every time he goes out there he drops 30 and 40. He has bad games like anybody. But this dude is the truth. Now I just want to look at some numbers. Going back to his the last full season that he was healthy before he got hurt, 2019-2020, during that regular season, Jokic averaged 19.9 points, Murray 18.5. And I'm bringing all this up because it always infuriated me this year when people kept saying Jokic is playing with a bunch of bums, or Jokic is playing with a bunch of nobodies, or just role players. I'm like, Jamal Murray is not a fucking role player. During that bubble, Jokic averaged 24.4 points per game for Denver. Jamal Murray, 26.5. Now, the next year, 2020-21, that's the year Jamal Murray played 48 games, but that's the year that I think in the 48th game of the season, I think that's when he suffered the ACL injury, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was an ACL rupture. And he missed the entire 2021-22 NBA season. So he kind of fell out of out of collective consciousness within the NBA community. I still knew at the time what this guy was capable of. So this season, trying to look at the numbers right quick. This season, Nikola Jokic averaged 24.5 points per game. Jamal Murray had a great comeback year, averaging 20 points per game. Right? 20 points per game. This postseason, Jokic is averaging 30.4 points per game. Jamal Murray, 27.2. So, Jokic's scoring average has gone up about 6 points over the regular season to the playoffs. Murray's over 7 points per game. In this series, Jokic is averaging 28.5 points per game, 19 rebounds, 13 assists, 1.5 steals, and 1 block per game. Now, outside of the blocks, those look like Wilt Chamberlain numbers when he was with Philly. Although Wilt's numbers would probably have been more like 28.5, 24 rebounds, 10 assists. If they were counting blocks back then, 9.5 blocks, 2 steals. But Murray's numbers in this Western Conference Finals is 34 points a game, 7.5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3.5 steals. And I told people that Denver would present a huge problem for the Lakers because you can't do to Jokic what you can do to most centers. Most centers are scoring threats. So you try to limit their scoring opportunities, keep the ball out of their hands, get others to beat you. But with Denver, the way these guys can shoot the rock and score, man, it's very difficult to beat them. The only way that you beat Denver, really, to me, is control the pace of the game. You got to hope that Denver is having an all-shooting night, and you got to attack Jokic and get him in foul trouble. Get him in foul trouble. You got to cut the head off of the snake. The Lakers aren't really doing that. Jokic is playing really smart, and I don't blame him for flopping. Hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. LeBron and them doing it. AD flops. LeBron super flops. Schroeder flops. Austin Reeves flops. So if they flopping, do the same thing their ass is doing. You'll get me in foul trouble. But they're so concerned with trying to slow down Jokic that Jamal Murray's come alive. Jamal Murray in this series is shooting 52% from the floor, 46% from 3, 92% from the foul line. Jokic is shooting 55% from the floor, 50% from 3, 86% from the foul line. KCP, even if he is trying to tank, I don't know, he's still shooting 39% from downtown. Porter is shooting 50% from downtown. Doodoo Brown shooting 60% from downtown. The team as a whole is shooting 41% from downtown. If they continue to do this, Denver's going to sweep these guys. Even with those tricks from the Lakers as far as the officials, they're going to lose. Especially when you got one guy on the court and LeBron who hasn't played defense since the bubble. But yeah, man, Jamal Murray's that dude, man, and for him not to have been an all-star ever is very, very hard to believe, man. I want to check something out before I go with this particular video. For his career in the postseason, Jamal Murray averages 25 points a game. 25. And he already has the record for most 40-point games in franchise history. He broke that record earlier this postseason, which was tied with Alex English. And he has the NBA record for most 20-point fourth quarters in postseason play. I didn't know that. I just learned that today. More than Kobe Bryant, more than Michael Jordan, more than Wilt Chamberlain, more than anybody. So yeah, at the end of the day, Jamal Murray is a guy that can be a potential, and he has been the X factor in this series. And then even if you slow down him, there's always that chance that Michael Porter Jr. can catch fire and give you 25 or 30 points. Then if you got Brown giving you 20, 25, it's just so many different guys that can get hot on any given night for the Denver Nuggets. KCP on his team could potentially score 20 to 30 points. Potentially. So, then you still got Jeff Green, the ageless Jeff Green. He can give you 15, 20 points on any given night. They just got so many different weapons, man. But anyway, tell me what you guys think.